Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Rays MLB 25 franchise. It is draft day 2028. We're in the middle of an incredible season on the major league level, but now it's time to add more players to the pipeline. I've got my players listed over here on the left in the order that I prefer them. Before we hop in and go over this, I want to show you what we've already drafted in the series. See right there. Our first three drafts, the guys highlighted in yellow, have already made it to the major league level. We already know about Lou and Pete and Andres and Willie just tearing it up on the major league level. Rod Guy, our closer. Sam Johnson is down in AAA. Look at last year's draft. We also have Fisher Delgado tearing it up down in AAA. And we've got several pitchers mixed in there. And this is probably going to be another heavy pitcher draft just based on our Discovery Scout not being able to find many hitters worth even considering. So anyway, let's hop in here. I'll show you my draft order, show you the guys that I'm looking for with our first couple of picks. Got them in order right here, picking at 29. So first guy I want to look at is Carmine Velasquez. Guaranteed B potential, probably in the high 50s, maybe low 60s if he comes in on a high end. Great stamina, excellent velocity, throws 4 pitches, and has higher walks per nine than anything else on his per nines, which we already know in the sim is a difference maker. We have Chad Means. He's a little bit higher. He's actually draft ranked 28 by MLB, where Velasquez is 70. Means his stamina isn't quite as high, velocity isn't quite as high, still has high walks per nine, and as a tiebreaker. And he has a strong possibility of coming in the high 50s to mid 60s. Felipe Torrero, draft ranked 29 by MLB, 10 by us. It's funny, I was playing some games and it showed him being mocked to go to us with our pick, probably just because it's draft number 29 on the MLB side, but he's actually got the highest walks per nine of these three pitchers. Really good stamina and velocity in between there. Only has 3 pitches though. Brian Maldonado, 49 MLB, 2 by us. Excellent velocity. And so everything's in the 90s, including his changeup. And really good strikeouts and walks per nine. Home runs are low, hits are low. And he would be a project for sure. And Richard Rodriguez, 61 for them, 44 for us. So he's probably someone we could look to take in the second round. Stamina almost maxed out. Great walks, home runs, pitch control. He's a little bit older. He's 23 years old, but he's a guaranteed B potential in the 60s. And I would not pass him up at all with one of our second round picks. Rene Carrillo, 18 years old. And he's got better hits and strikeouts per nine than walks. So that's a negative against him. And Eric Beatty, a little bit higher there, 106 MLB, 27 for us. He is a definite project. He may even be a relief pitcher with that stamina, but great velocity, great velocity, great break. Don't mind moving these starters into the relief role, but he would be a long-term prospect. Michael Kang, this guy is a guaranteed A potential closer in the high 60s to low 70s. And if we want him, we're probably going to have to take him with our second, first round pick. Excellent hits and strikeouts per nine. Walks is a little bit lower, but guy is just another excellent left-handed reliever. Reed Clark is the only hitter that I found that's halfway decent. We would have to take him with one of our first 2 picks, I'm sure. Great speed and stealing, passable defense, at least on the arm. Not going to have a lot of power, though. And a few more pitchers in here. Castle probably going to go before it gets to us. Cole Call definitely will go before it gets to us. Yang's another one. He's overrated. So a lot of these guys, Fukudomi's not rated, but I'm worried about those hits per nine. Iwamura's a non-rated. Second baseman, doesn't have a lot of power. Hit skills are kind of okay. He's better defense and speed than anything else. And get down into, I gotta find him. Where is he? I did find this guy, but his hit skills aren't that great, especially at 20 years old. Even though he's a guaranteed B, he's probably going to be in the high 40s, low 50s. That's not good. The guy that's mocked to go first overall is Lenny Irvin. Irvine, and really consistent hit skills there. Defense and everything else is high. He's probably not going to come in at 99 since his stealing's at 99, so he'll probably be lower than that, but he's guaranteed to be a B. He'll go first overall, I'm sure. The rest of these guys through here are not going to get to us. This guy might be a generational, even though he's 5'7". Everything's balanced across the board except for his stealing. Won't be shocked if he's generational. He'll never fall to us. But there's a lot of these guys. I just threw him on the board. This guy looks like he's awesome, but very tight splits, and he's not going to come in with 99 contacts. So anyway, there's a bunch of hitters in this range that are never going to make it to us because they're at the top of the draft. So that's why we're looking all the way up here at a lot of these starting pitchers at the top of the board. Get back up here. And going to have pretty much our pick of the litter up here. I just have to decide, am I going to go with a closer with our second pick? Am I going to go with the second baseman? If that closer goes, what do we do? There's also a relief pitcher. I'm going to find him. There's a reliever on here somewhere. Remember where I put him. There he is, Robert Richardson. Guy, I would expect him to be in the low 80s and in the high 60s, low 70s. I'm going to split the difference on that. He's 21 years old. Excellent strikeouts per nine. Hits per nine's low, but everything else is really good. And he would be a decent guy for us to take probably with one of the second round picks. And he's a right-handed reliever, which makes it even better because we don't have a bunch of those in the draft. We've been finding excellent lefties instead. So anyway, that's where we stand with all of these guys. I just want to jump in real quick and show you what this looks like before we get in and start the draft. And picking at the end of the first round is it's not going to be great for taking high overall prospects, but we have some guys I think at least get us through the first 4 picks that we have, and then the rest we'll just kind of go with what the board shows us. But again, we pick at 29, 32, 63, 68, 107, 137, 167, and 197. So we have 8 picks. That's a lot of picks. And if we end up playing another season beyond this, we may have to package multiple pitchers into a trade and go find some younger outfielders, which is why I'm not opposed to taking some of these high potential, low overall pitchers and then shipping them out after the regular season's over. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the draft. And you see the Rockies, White Sox are at the top of the board. You kind of expect that. They have terrible rosters, even 4 years in. So let's see what happens and make our way down to pick 29. And Colorado, surprising, they don't go with consensus. They take Chance Palma, center fielder. Okay. Second pick goes to the White Sox, and they take Rondell Chavez. We have slightly overrated, 21-year-old right fielder. And with the third pick, the Rangers take George Casto. Didn't scout him very much. Didn't like that 34-68, so we'll have to see what he turns out as. And now we go to the Cardinals here with pick number 4. See how long it takes for Irvine and the rest of these hitters through here to go. They take Jackie Hendricks. That's the guy I think is a generational third baseman. Reggie Vincent goes to the Mets. Good contact, second baseman. Trent Ciccone. We have him slightly overrated. Yeah, he's going to be definitely overrated. He's not going to come in with 99 fielding. Brian Maldonado. So there's a pitcher we were thinking about taking, and he goes 7th overall to the Royals. So we're not taking Maldonado. David Myers. Can't hit at all. Man, what is Miami thinking with that pick? Charlie Farmer, first baseman, good hit skills. Goes to the Nationals. Angels take the guy that's supposed to go number 1 overall, so I'll be interested to see how he turns out. Carmine Velasquez, so the guy we were looking at taking, one of the guys, goes at number 12. Guaranteed B potential, so that takes him away. There goes Call, however you want to say that. Wow. I was hoping he would slide to us. Castle goes. Didn't expect him to get to us. Yeah. So that means Torero. Not going to take Rodriguez there. Hopefully Means or Torero gets to us. Threw me for a loop. I was expecting Velasquez to get to us. Pereira. He's overrated. His potential is going to match his overall. Simmons. Expected him to go. Didn't like his numbers anyway. Terrible hitting second baseman. Overrated starting pitcher. Didn't scout him. Ricky Lewis. Liked him. Didn't expect him to get to us. Has excellent walks per 9. This guy's going to crush it in the sim. And there goes Chad Means. And so that's really going to mess with us. We're down to having Torero at the top of the board. I'm not taking Rodriguez at 23 in the first round. So, yeah. Wow. We need to hope Torero gets to us. And Torero goes. Wow. So they crushed all of our starting pitchers at the top of this draft. At least as far as our scouts go. All right. 2 more picks, and it's us. There's Darren Kelly and Tim Knoll. Dan Cortez. We didn't scout him. Didn't expect him to come to us. Munoz. Chacon. Wow. All right, it's our pick, and wow. Okay. There's Carrillo, 18. He's got good walks and hits. Carrillo's walks are down. Beatty's a long-term project. Got all these non-rated pitchers now. Don't like Cedeno that much. Don't want to take these guys. Man, they threw me for a loop. I'm tempted to take this closer. Seriously, to make sure we get him. And he doesn't go before we get beyond. But we also have some hitters here I didn't even scout. Got 2 minutes to go. Wow. Okay. Don't want to take him. Carrillo, I'm worried about being a reliever, and I don't want to get his walks per 9. I could take Kang, but there's a top 15 guy, not even scouted, that has great hit skills. He's not going to be at the top because that speed's at 99. So if you take 10 off the board, it's still 73, 81, 60, 64. His defense is going to suck, and we didn't scout him. You know what? This might be totally stupid. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to take him, and we're just going to see because we have a pick and 3 picks. Top 15 guy, unscouted, but what the hell? Just for fun. Let's take him and see what happens. Wow, did not expect a top 15 guy to drop all the way to us, and he's unscouted, so, you know, if he comes in on the lower end, we're hosed. So now the Pirates, as long as they don't take Kang, they took the first baseman. All right, I'm taking the closer right now. Michael Kang, welcome to Tampa Bay, another left-handed stud reliever. Look at that big old beard. There goes Gaylord Ortiz. All right, we're just going to skip ahead, and I'll come back and look real quick. All right, so who's available? Hey, you know what? Let's take Alexei Ramirez right now, number 7 guy, and not mess around. And he's the one that has the good hits and walks per 9 with excellent velocity. So welcome to the team, Alexei Ramirez. We get 4 more picks, and we get to pick again. All right, back to us. So let's take a look at what we've got. Eric Beatty is probably a reliever. Cheney could be a reliever. Just starting, don't like those hits per 9 on him at all. Could take him. Good hit skills. He's a reliever. reliever. Nothing special there. All right, I'm going to take the second baseman. We're going to take Stuart Iwamura with our pick. Oh, look at that. He can play second, short, and all three outfield. Love that. All right, our pick in the third round. Let's go look at all. Go through each position real quick. Anything special? Man, I wish he had a higher contact and hit numbers. All right, Eric Beatty, you're going to join the team and be another guy that we shift to the bullpen. All right, fourth round. Ray Cheney could be another one. I don't really like him as much. Let's take this outfielder so we get some more outfield depth. Don't like him a whole lot, but yeah, whatever. We can trade him, I guess. All right, fifth round. Any sleepers at the end of a position? All right, let's just take Ray Cheney. And with our last pick, we're going to take... Let's take Manny Palacios. See what happens with that. All right, draft is over real quick. Dan Cordes, didn't scout him at all, and he's sitting here at top 15. And even if he doesn't come in at the top, say you take 10 off, I'll take that. If he comes in on the bottom, I look stupid. We'll see how smart or stupid I look. Did take an definite A potential, high 60s, low 70s closer. Move him to the bullpen. Took Alexi Ramirez. Good hits and walks per nine, great velocity. Stuart Iwamura, second baseman that can also play short in all three outfield. Eric Beatty, starting pitcher, probably going to be a reliever, hard-throwing reliever. Julian Magana, hit skills need a lot of work, and he's 20. Ray Cheney, long-term prospect, probably another relief pitcher. And Manny Palacios, man, hope he comes in on the higher end. That would be awesome. And we'll just see. All right, that's it for the draft. And it is Home Run Derby day. You can see right here, we lost 3 out of 4 to the Orioles right before the break. And this game right here, Junior Caminero, 4 for 6 with 4 RBIs. He hit 2 home runs, and those 2 home runs was enough. Get up the league leaders here. Was enough to jump him over Willie Sanchez, who is not going to be in the Home Run Derby. It takes the top 4 from each league. And Willie got snaked out by his teammate, Junior Caminero. So Caminero is going to be in the Home Run Derby. So let's get into this Home Run Derby. We have some guys that are going to be in the All-Star game. We get the All-Star game voting. Gallen was first there. Cade Smith was third among relievers. Roger Guy, the top closer, so he'll be in the game. Basalo's going to start at catcher. Sanchez starts at first. Lou starts at second. Caminero starts at third. Wow. We have 3/4 of, actually 4/5 of the infield, if you count catcher. So Basalo, Sanchez, Garcia, and Caminero make the All-Star team as starters. So we're going to see a lot of action from the All-Star game for the first time in this entire franchise series. Yeah, that'll be awesome. So we're going to hop into this Home Run Derby right now. And okay, well, when you go to the Home Run Derby, whatever park it picks here is the All-Star Game park. So we're not playing in Tropicana, so that means our ballpark is going to be the place for both the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game. So hey, why not? Let's do it. So there's Judge. We're not going to do this. We are going to fast forward to the next user batter. And Judge with 17, Ohtani with 18. All right, so we're looking for at least 17 to 18 home runs with Junior Caminero. See what he's done on the season at the All-Star break. 26 home runs. That matches what he did all of last season. Here we go, that's one. And we have rain. Why do we have rain in a dome? I can't change the weather, so we're just gonna have the Home Run Derby in the rain in a retractable dome. So just missed on that one. Oh, and that jammed me. Is that gonna get out? Nope. That's out of here. 457. That one will reach the seats. Fights that off and doesn't get in. Oh, just missing. Hitting under the ball too much. There we go. That one's gone. Dead center field. If we can get 20, that'll almost guarantee it. There's a deep shot to left. Another deep shot to left. Yeah, we're on a groove now. Let's go. There's 7 in a row. Is that enough? No, just missed. There's 15. All right. That one's crushed. That's our first out. Get up. Nope. Ah, jammed me. Should have took that. All right. Got 17. We matched Judge. And let's see what happens when we advance. And we sneak in. There we go. Bush had 16. Soto, Bregman 13. Rooker 10. So Junior is up against Shohei and Judge against Alonso. All right. We're going to go first. Hopefully I can get some better pitches. More consistent and rip that foul. And another one foul. All right, we got to straighten this shit out. There we go. Off the foul pole. Swinging too early. 450. Get out. There we go. Man. That's better. I think I was swinging just a touch early. Yeah, inside out that one. Come on, get up. Man, wasting. Pitches galore. Struggle City. All right, definitely not going to win doing this. Just missed. Get out. Man. Man. Well, not a good round at all. If we can get on a roll here and not make an out. Man. All right. Well, we're just going to fast forward, and I think we're going to lose. And yeah, Shohei got his 11. Judge hit 25 to beat Alonso, and then Ohtani beats Judge. So Shohei Ohtani, Home Run Derby champion. And we get our first look at the All-Star game in this series. We haven't shown any of the previous games, but that's because we didn't have quite as many people starting, especially on the hitter side. So let's hop into this game and take a look at Lou and Willie and Junior, Roger Guy, Basallo. So let's jump in here, and we're just going to sim all of the at-bats that are not our players. And we already know that this All-Star game is going to be played in our stadium based on where the Home Run Derby defaulted to. So it's going to be a stellar season for us. Get to host All-Star game and hopefully another World Series. Nice to show off Gas Plant Ballpark 2.0. And you can see Zach Gallen. We have no Shane McClanahan, even though he's leading the league in strikeouts and wins. And that's just because you have to have a representative for every team. We do have Roger Guy on the team. Pete Fairbanks made it. There you go, Pete. Nice job this year in a setup role with the Indians, Guardians, whatever you want to call them. Roger Guy, only pitcher we have. And on the hitter's side, you can see we have Junior all the way down hitting 7th. Willie. And that, why do they have Caminero at second, Ramirez at third? We're gonna put Caminero back at third because he earned the starting job. And where is Basallo? Where's our catcher? All right, well, let's get, look at this. He's not on the team anywhere. He was voted the starting catcher. Why is he not on there? Unbelievable. I'm at a loss. It showed on the front page that he's the starting catcher. Why do we not have him? And so now we have Lou at second, Junior at third, and Willie at first. But we were supposed to have 4 guys on the infield. Unbelievable. I don't understand. I know they need a player from every team, but you've got Naylor and Ramirez from Cleveland. So why do we not have... There's no way he was better. We got Wong, and then you got Caro. And Caro's the worst of the 3, but they need a White Sox representative. So... yeah, we get hosed. No McClanahan and no Basallo. All right, let's just get this game started. Can't complain when we got 4 guys and 3 of them on the infield starting. Gas Plant looking great. Preview of the postseason coverage we're going to get. Everybody down in Tampa gets to see all the All-Stars, so yay for the Rays fans. And like I said, we're going to sim all of the Tampa Bay Ray at-bats and pitching, so you'll get to see them when we're batting. But yep, I hate these All-Star game uniforms. Luckily in real life they're going back to the regular team uniforms in the All-Star game, because this is an abomination and absolutely disgusting. But it's in the game coded this way. I guess they can't have all the different uniforms in the game for the All-Star game, so we'll have to put up with this in our video game. And on a mound from American League, Zach Gallen sees 12-5 on the year, 193 ERA, 085 WHIP. I don't have a problem with him starting. I do have a problem with no Shane on the roster, though. And get this thing started. Get a ground out, a fly out, and a strikeout. 1, 2, 3 in the top. Rodriguez singles. Gunner lines out. Jordan pops out. Judge with a single, 2 on, 2 out. And Rooker he flies out. Go to the second inning. Tucker single, Soto single, walk to Bregman, got bases loaded, walk by Contreras, walks in a run, and yeah, we're going to bring in a new pitcher here. This isn't a regular season game. We got all these guys, so we'll go to Evan Phillips and bring him in, try and limit the damage, get a fielder's choice out at the plate, another fielder's choice out at the plate, and there we go. Got out of the jam, only allowed 1 run, so it's time for our guy. Lou Garcia is going to lead things off here in the second inning, facing Tarek Skubal. And we're going to take a strike. Nice location there. See what Lou's done on the year. 281, 15, and 52. A very slow start with no home runs and no RBIs, hitting cleanup early in the season, but he's turned it on lately. He's one of those sim gods. Doesn't do as well when we watch. And swing and miss on the fastball in the inner corner. But he does great in the sim. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and here's a fly ball into right field. Drifting back to the track. Leaps. Oh, and he caught it! Kyle Tucker taking away a home run in the All-Star game. Thought we had a deep one. Look at this. Leaps up, and yeah, that's a home run. That would have snuck over. So Lou Garcia gets robbed of a home run in the All-Star game by Kyle Tucker. Stole a World Series from us, and now they're going to steal a home run. That'll bring in Junior now with nobody on and 1 out. Takes a ball on the first pitch. You can see the stellar season he's got. Tied last year's home run total already at the break. And 1-0 pitch, and that's fouled back. At least we were on that pitch. It wasn't super late. And the 1-1 pitch, and there's a shot past third base into left field. There we go. Base hits, our first base hit for the Rays players in the All-Star game. Junior with a shot between short and third. Yep, let's go. Get this rally started. See the replay. Just a rocket diving attempt, but he didn't even come close. And that'll bring in Willie Sanchez, having a breakout season as he takes strike 1 high. See, 3, 12, 25, and 68. The dude is just another sim god. He is just amazing, and he's fun to hit with. And he's going to swing and miss on the outside fastball and get down in the count 0-2. See if we can battle here. Stay away from the double play. 0-2 pitch. Fouled off down the left side. Was tardy on that one. Try it again. Another 0-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Scooble's a tough pitcher, man. All right, one more time. Third 0-2 pitch. And swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. That was terrible. That was all bad for me. I had swing mode activated, and I was swinging no matter what. And that ball, look at this, bounced on home plate. Yeah. Discipline by the human batter was non-existent. So now we'll just see him. Naylor gets a base hit. We got 2 on. Hit by pitch. Bases loaded. Gunnar Henderson. Grand slam. There we go. 4-1 American League. Gunnar goes deep. Gets us the lead. Alvarez up now, and he flies out the end of the inning. So we go to the 3rd inning. And we're going to take Evan Phillips out. He did his job last inning. And we're going to go to Bryce Miller of the Mariners. Facing Trey Turner. Got a ground out. Strike out. And a double by Tucker. Fly out ends the inning. Go to the 3rd. Ohtani comes in. Double by Judge. Rooker strikes out. Now Lou's going to come up and face Ohtani. Might have to face him in the World Series if we can both get there. Swing and miss on the first pitch. Fly out. He was robbed of a home run. That wasn't a fly out. That was highway robbery by Tucker. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Way outside for a ball. Now Ohtani's 1-1 pitch. And it's high for ball 2. Try it one more time. And nasty sweeper way out in front of that pitch. The count is even. 2-2 pitch. High for ball 3. All right. Work a full count. See if we can draw a walk in front of Junior. And foul back. Trying to protect the outside edge. Another 3-2 pitch. And sweeper's way outside. So we do draw the walks. Now we have 2 men on for Junior Caminero. Singled his first time. Big RBI chance here. Here's the first pitch. And we're going to take the sweeper on the inside half for strike 1. See if we can improve on that single. It's going to be tough to beat out Gunnar Henderson's grand slam. There's a pitch in the dirt for a ball. Now the 1-1 count. Pitch from Ohtani. That's fouled back. Was right on that one. See if you can get an elevated pitch for us and do us a favor. 1-2. And swing and a miss on the sweeper. Way out in front of that pitch and strike out. Now we have 2 on and 2 out for Willie. That's a high pitch for ball 1. Struck out on that pitch that hit the plate last time. Bad user input on my end. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And that's another pitch up in his eyes that we swing and miss. We're just in swing mode. All right, see if we can get one we can drive here. 1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. Head in the count. Got to be patient. Get a pitch you can drive. All right, 2-1 pitch. And there's a ground ball to second. Easy throw to first, and they're going to get out of the inning. It's a shame. We had a man on second, nobody out. 2 men on. And then, yeah, do nothing. So go to the 4th inning. And that's going to be a new pitcher. And we're going to go with, let's go with Pete. Bring him back and let him pitch in his former home ballpark. Gonna fly out a hit by pitch, pop out, and a strikeout, so he does well. And now we go to the bottom of the 4th, and Roki Sasaki comes in. So got a walk, strikeout, fly out, and strikeout. Go to the 5th, new pitcher. Parade of pitchers every inning. And we're going to go with Edwin Diaz. Top of the order. Get a ground out, a double by Turner, a walk. And Tucker flies out. Good, 2 outs. Soto makes a 3rd out, so you don't give up any runs there. New pitcher for the National League is going to be Hunter Green, facing Judge. He'll strike out, a single, and Lou's going to come up now, facing Hunter Green. And it's going to be nothing but heat, so we're going to have to dial it up here. Hope he doesn't throw an off-speed pitch. Lou with a walk his last time, robbed of a home run the first time. 0-1 pitch, and ripped foul down the third base line into the bullpen. I wish the stadium creator would let us move those off the field of play, but San Diego Studios is too cheap to fix that for us. 0-2 pitch, and he swings at him, misses at a pitch up in his eyes and strikes out. That's all on the user end there. There's Junior now with 1 on and 2 out. See if he can do something good. Dane takes a high strike. First pitch, down 0-1. All right, 0-1 count. 1 on, 2 out. See if we can find a gap here. Take a pitch outside for a ball, so even the count. Got to set up looking for that heat, high heat, in on the plate. Right there. Oh, just missed. Tardy on 99, which is easy to do. Try it again. Hope he doesn't throw a slider. 1-2 pitch. On the way. Fouled back again. At least we were on time on that one. All right, reload. One more. 1-2 count. Here's a pitch. And there we go. Recognize the slurve. Take that. 2-2 count. Still waiting for a high inside fastball. And Green's pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball to third base. Throw across the diamond, and that's the 3rd out, so we don't do anything in the 5th. Go to the 6th. It's still 4-1. American League. And we're going to have a new pitcher for this inning as well. And we're going to go with Muriel. Benito Muriel. Don't know much about him. Don't even know who he plays for. Bregman's going to lead off with a double, get a ground out. Chiriot lines out and get Carroll to ground out. So good. No runs there. Now we go to the bottom half, and Christopher Sanchez, the lefty from the Phillies. We saw him in the World Series. He's going to face Willie Sanchez. And it's going to be a ground ball, base hit up the middle on the first pitch. There we go. So Caminero and Sanchez have hits. Lou has a walk and got robbed of a home run. Well represented by our offensive players. And we're going to pinch hit. We're going to start bringing in some of these backup players. Connor Wong hits lefties really well, so we'll bring him in. And he's going to strike out. J-Rod walks, 2 on, 1 out. Gunner singles, that drives in a run, so it's 5-1. Alvarez singles, drives in another, it's 6-1. There we go. Judge flies out. And strikeout on Rooker. So we go to the top of the 7th. Another pitcher coming in, and we're going to go with Josh Hader since we have lefties coming up. And they're going to pinch hit with Albies. Strikes out. And Kim's going to pinch hit for Turner, pop out. And Bellinger's going to pinch hit and triple. And Betts is going to pinch hit for Tucker and double, so now it's 6-2. Yandy comes in and strikes out, playing his old ballpark. And we're going to go to the bottom of the inning. Felix Bautista coming in. And we're going to remove all 3 of our guys. They had plenty of at-bats. And who are we going to bring in? We're going to bring in Holt Keith. Let him just drop right in and play second base. He walks. And time to bring in Ramirez to play for Caminero. He's going to single, so 2 on and nobody out. Going to bring in Alonso. And he hits into a double play. Not good. So man on third, 2 out. Connor Wong doubles. There we go. It's 8-2. Single by Rodriguez. 7-2, 8-2. And Seager's going to pinch hit and make the last out there. And we go to the 9th. And you know who's coming in. It's got to be our guy, Roger Guy. They're going to pinch hit with Ivan Herrera. So let's hop in here and play with him. First pitch to Herrera. I almost traded for him. The guy does awesome in the sim. He always has a great batting average because he has great contact against righties. There's the 0-1 count pitch. There's a shot into left center field. Racing over, and we'll take that for the first out. Santander, forgot I brought him in to play left field. Then I'll bring in Manny Machado. Nobody on and 1 out. Gonna swing and miss at a high fastball for strike 1. So he grounded out his only at-bat in this game. 0-1 pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball, base hit to center field. So Guy doesn't get a 1-2-3 ninth inning here. Still got a ways to go before they have the tying run up. Got to bring in William Contreras. First pitch to him is way up and in for ball 1. Let's try this pitch down and away. There we go. Change up for strike 1. And the sweeper down and in misses. All right, 2-1 pitch. And there's a line shot to first. Grabbed by Alonso, and he tags the runner, and it's a double play to end the game. There we go. What a defensive play by Alonso to wrap this game up. As the American League wins 8-4. Phillips with the win, Skubal with the loss. And the American League is going to have home field advantage in the World Series. So if we can get back, we will have home field. Gotta love that. Let's check out the box score. See, 2 hits for Tucker, 2 hits for Juan Soto. Contreras hit a 2-run homer. Skubal gives up 4 runs in 2 innings. Sanchez and Bautista both give up 2. Go to our side. Rodriguez, 2 hits, 2 runs. Gunnar, 2 for 4 with a grand slam. 2 hits for Judge. Caminero with a hit. Sanchez with a hit. Garcia with a walk. Connor Wong with a big RBI double. Gallen gives up 1. Clase gives up 2. Hader gives up 1. But yeah, we get the dub and we get home field in the World Series. All right. And it took us only 2 periods to sign all of our draft picks except for number 1 pick, Dan Cortez. Obviously, we didn't scout him before, didn't expect him to drop. So I'm actually going to let him sit here and try and take this as far to the deadline as I possibly can before we try and sign him. We used to have $4.9 million to spend, and he's asking 3.4, so shouldn't be a problem to get him signed. But I would really like to see the scouting progress increase and give us a better idea of what kind of player we actually drafted, since we didn't scout him when we made him our first-round pick. And I'm going to give you a little update on the game side of it, and one more look at the first-round pick that we have that's not signed yet. Lost the first 2 games out of the break. Win 15-0 as Shane McClanahan gets the win. End up winning 3 in a row here. 4 in a row. No, make that 7 in a row as we swept Atlanta. Then we swept the Giants. Went to Cleveland and got swept there. So we are 80-30. Still 50 games over 500. And we still have a 20-game lead in the division. And yeah, Dodgers have 71 wins. So we're 9 games ahead of them. American League did win the All-Star game, so if we can get to the World Series, we will have home field advantage for that. Dan Cortez, he's 68% motivated to sign. He's at 55% scouted, and his potential and overall have only dropped 3 points. So we may have lucked into a very good pick here. He's not going to be at his max because if you see over there on the right, 99 speed, he is not going to hit 99 speed. Based on everything else we see, though, we could just put training on fielding, reaction, arm strength, accuracy, all of that, and just let it go and do nothing but train his fielding because his hitting looks amazing. So, yeah, let's go ahead and try and sign him right now and see if he'll take. He wants 3.4. We have 4.9, so let's jack that up to 3.8, and he signs. So we have everybody signed in our draft class, and I cannot wait to see what this guy turns into. Since we didn't scout him and he fell to us at the end of the first round. I do not understand why these top 15 picks are dropping to the end of the round. Don't get it, but I'll take it. And after we were swept in Cleveland, come back home, take on the A's, win the first game 7-2, lose the second game, win the third game. So we win 2 out of 3. White Sox come in, sweep them. We now are 85-31 through the 2nd of August. 20-game lead on the Yankees, and it is time for us to find out what our draft picks overalls are, not only for us, but for everybody else. So let's not drag this out. Let's find out how we did on Dan Cortez. Looks like so far at 55% scouted in the signing period. Looks like it's going to be a stellar pick without scouting him. I can't believe that dude fell all the way to the end of the first round. But let's take a look. 85 potential, 73 overall. We didn't even scout him. This dude fell all the way to the end of the first round. There's no excuse for this guy to fall to the end of the first round. I know his defense is atrocious, and we're going to have to work that out, but 94 speed, 79 steal, great contact. He looks like Figueroa. He just doesn't have the discipline or the clutch that Figueroa had. Yeah, okay, if they want to let him go to us, we'll take him. Unbelievable. And then we knew Michael Kang was going to be an A. He's 92 potential, 69 overall. Home runs per 9, control are the only ones that are low. We can work on that. Another lefty in the bullpen that's going to be absolutely a beast. 86 potential, 60 overall on this discovered starting pitcher, Alexi Ramirez. Pitching clutch is 23, so definitely going to have to work on that. But he's 18 years old. You can just stick him down there, spend an entire season working on his pitching clutch. And yeah, I'll take that with our second round pick. Stuart Iwamura, another discovered infielder, 83 potential, 56 overall. Not a whole lot of power, good contact, got room to grow, need to work on his fielding, great speed and stealing, can play second, short, all three outfield. 88 potential, 52 overall, Eric Beatty, another 18-year-old. He's going to go into the bullpen, though, at 61 stamina, and that's fine. Magana, the right fielder we discovered, only 52 overall, 86 potential. At least he's not injury prone. But 20 years old, he's probably a trade piece. Ray Cheney, 89 potential, 51 overall. There's another guy that's going into the bullpen. And Manny Palacios, 73 potential, 66 overall. And just an organizational filler and starting pitching. So we had one guy in the 70s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 B potentials and an A, picking at the end of the first round. Our Discovery Scout did well with pitchers, couldn't find us much on the hitting side, but when you have an 85 potential, 73 overall center fielder drop to you at the end of the first round, I guess this is a win. What do you guys think? Let's check out the rest of this class. Oh, what a brutal draft by the Blue Jays. My goodness. Yankees, not much better. Boston, 89 potential, 67 overall. Richard Rodriguez, low hits per 9. Means was on our short list for the first round. They got him. Nothing special there. 86.55 for him. They had a decent draft. Nothing special. Chance Palma doesn't sign with the Rockies. They have 3 guys that don't get signed. A horrible draft for them. Another horrible draft. There we go. Jackie Hendricks. I said he looked like he was a generational player because everything was flat except for his steal. Gotta thank Fiend Franchise for that tip. And the Cardinals, 5'7" third baseman. I'm gonna have to go in and edit him up to at least 6 foot tall and about 180, 190. Gotta stop putting these basic dwarfs in the game. But great hitter there. He looks like Lou as far as his everything except Lou's bunting is off the charts. Good draft there for them. Pirates, that's not bad. 97 potential pitcher there. 91 first baseman at 59 overall. And Charlie Farmer, 85 potential, 70 overall. Decent bat, no glove. Plays first base, so it doesn't matter. 65 overall. Got to work on his defense. 56.89 is all speed and defense. I saw him. I didn't want. If I was picking at the top of the draft, I would not have scouted him at all anyway. And another one, all speed and defense. No bat. Oh, there's some terrible drafts for some of these teams. There we go. Carmine Velasquez, 93.61. I wanted to take him with our first pick, and he got taken way early. Castle, 89.64. Not bad at all. Yeah, I knew this guy was going to be gone. 31 pitching clutch is going to kill him. Maldonado, 96-67. Had him on our list. He went way early. Terrible home runs per 9. Excellent velocity, though. Then they get an 85-66. So they had a good draft at the top. $93.51. Chavez, 85 potential, 73. Great bat, can't field. Marginal durability. Oof. That's just a brutal draft. Yeah, we easily had the best draft with all the discovery pitchers, and then luck out with this 73 overall center fielder that goes at the end of the first round. Unbelievable. All right, boys, that's going to wrap it up on this episode. 85-31 is just obnoxious. 20-game lead. This is not... I never expected this team to do this. We can see Caminero, 27. That's a career high. 74 RBIs. Sanchez, 25 home runs. That's a career high. Evan Carter, 21 home runs. That's a career high. Keishel hitting 355 part-time. Caminero hitting 318. Got two guys, OPS over 900. Sanchez has been cold since the All-Star break. He's fallen off. Pitching-wise, Shane's got 17 wins, 237 ERA, 175 strikeouts, 155 innings. He's really cut down his walks a ton. Shane Baz, 12-3. Taj, 11-4. His ERA's over 4. Pepio, 10-2. So, yeah, gotta love it. Roger Guy's blown a few games lately, but he still has 35 saves. So, that's going to wrap it up on this episode, guys. I will tell you right now, I've said it last episode as well. Next episode that comes out will end the regular season. I'm not going to split it into August and September. We're just going to do all of August and all of September. And I will highlight this series right here at the start of September at the LA Dodgers. They are the best team in the National League, so we could have a preview of the World Series. And I would like to see how we play against the Dodgers and love to play at Dodger Stadium. So we will show all three of those games and just sim the rest of this out and get us to the playoffs. That's all that's important, is winning the World Series, right? So anyway, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit the notification bell so you know when the next episode goes live. And I will see you soon with the Tampa Bay Rays MLB 25 franchise.